Hey Rebels. Okay, so I am hearing so many messages. I'm hearing take one, take two, take three. But I'm also hearing upside down, you turning me. Upside down, boy, you turn me inside out and round and round. But I'm also hearing that's what it's made for, not by Usher, not that song. We're just saying that's what it's made for. So, Rebels, Spirit has a message for you. And it seems as if there is something that, okay, obviously, Spirit is proud of you, but in a sense, it's a little bit of irritation, right? Here in the back, we have being one with the pause. So being patient with yourself, practicing patience, elevating your perspective, your POV, but also adjusting stories once told to align with reality. So Spirit also wants you to meet with them in the middle for a compromise. Look to the sky for answers. Just cuz. There's something. There is an energy that is trying to meet you that needs you to better prioritize yourself and where you're giving the attention to. It's a double sided mirror. So, seeing yourself within the situation, not saying that you have to accept it, but just seeing yourself in the situation differently from in which you stand. So let's go ahead and see what is this based upon. Okay, boss. Okay, we like to see, but where is this going? But where is it going? Let's say go this way first. Rituals, work, labor, and effort. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm getting something. We're getting it. Lust. Okay. That. Oh, rising star. Okay. Divinity and imprisonment. Okay, we're gonna go another round. I definitely let's go ahead and start here, and then we'll go the next line. Um, So, though you are on your path, though you have been working with yourself, you've been working with spirit, you have been itemizing yourself, you have been paying attention to your wounds, you've been giving time to your trauma, your triggers, your healing, you've been seeing yourself in a certain light, right? Spirit wants you to understand this journey is not all about love and light. Not saying that you should go ahead and deep dive into all the lustful natures of the shit and just being unaligned and doing shit that you know that you ain't got no business doing because you know that there's consequences to things that you just don't want to have to deal with. Give me a moment. Okay, that's a little bit better. But yeah, so there's things that you may think about how you used to be, or you just saying to yourself because of somebody else, like, you know what, fuck, if I wanted to, I would, but I don't want to, because you don't want to have to deal with the consequences that come along with those behaviors, with those ways of being. So Spirit said it's okay. You're going to miss out on some things, but you also going to miss out on having to recover from the things that you could have invested your time and your energy into. So don't feel so bad about that. Um, Stop dwelling on what other people are doing that you are no longer engaged in or that you weren't even invited to, right? Spirit wants you right here in the center, wants you to focus on yourself, how you want to be perceived. If this was Ed TV or if this was the Truman Show, not only would you watch your own show, but what would draw other people's attention towards you? And we're more so looking at the places of embarrassment, those secrets that you keep in your secret garden, those secrets that you tend to keep that you feel like, well, I can do this because ain't nobody watching. Three can keep a secret if two are. But there's a mindset that you are having with yourself where it's like you're telling yourself that you are complete, that you're whole, but, and yet some part of you is lying about what you really desire and what it is that you really would like to invest your energy into. Now, there is a way of doing whatever this is that's coming to mind. There is a way of doing it without costing yourself all the healing work that you have done. You may need to continue to be patient to find that proper community for yourself. You may need to even be patient of up. I'm hearing investment. The way that you're choosing to invest is the problem. You want an immediate outcome, but your patience is key, right? There's a lot of, you have to remember that there's a lot of, not necessarily tests. I don't always like calling it tests, but there's a lot of, okay, spirits that go there. There's a lot of things coming your way and that has come your way to test your sight to see, your ears to hear, and not just that, but your energy of acceptance. Are you willing to pull the wool over your own eyes just because something shiny presents itself to you? Spirit, what do you want with this next line? Okay, so we have house. I've heard this card is going to be the third leg. So we're going to put that face down. Occupation with the third leg of thoughts. Divine masculine. Hello. All right. Third parties. Earth angel. And at the bottom of the deck, we have Ice Queen. So whenever divine masculine comes up, we're not necessarily looking at it as a person. We're looking at it as the energy of how you take care of yourself, how you protect yourself, how you provide for yourself, even paying attention to what it is that seems scripted in your conditioning, your delusion, your illusion, that prevented you from tapping into your own personal intuition of yourself. And Spirit said you're holding things rather close to the chest. Confirmation. You're holding things rather close to the chest, but the issue here with the Ice Queen is actually that you are paying so much attention to what people are possibly going to say or what they may have said, but you just have not been in the room to hear it. Spirit said, trust your intuition. If you feel that there is something icky going on and that somebody really not riding with you the way that you feel that they riding with you, trust that. You don't need to call it out. Just move accordingly, okay? Because the thing that we tend to forget is that you have the right to choose what you're going to do next. So you have the right to choose what you ultimately overall want to do for yourself. Stop waiting for someone else to give you the cosign and the approval to be able to move the way that you move. Now, are you worried about if I do this, then they're not going to like it? But who are you living life for? Are you living life for yourself, or are you living life for these frivolous relationships? Because even if it's family members, whether it's your kids, whether it's your parents, whether it's whomever, it can potentially be for you. And I use family as an example because there's this concept of family loyalty. And, if you have been the black sheep or you have been a scapegoat, where has the loyalty been for your mental wellness? Where has the loyalty been for you and your priorities? Because remember, back here and behind the scenes, you got your priority list. Honey, you need to balance your light and your dark and stop being so jitterous with your consideration towards others, because Spirit is trying to guide you in a direction that is made just for you. And yes, unfortunately, not everybody can go. So meaning it's like one of those, well, if you don't have the money to go out to eat, what you coming for? In the hopes that somebody else is going to pay for you? And now this energy is being turned around onto others in regards to you and your priorities, in regards to you and your business. So, okay, there you go. So your occupation, your household, your mental, your wellness overall, the practice of your stability, right, overrides all this. You wish you could, you wish you would, you wish you felt that you had the audacity to. Just ground yourself, okay? Ground yourself in understanding that's what's meant for you is going to be for you based off of how you accept the things that come into your life. Oh, and with the divine masculine, I just realized divine masculine is right here with work, labor, and efforts. How are you taking care of yourself? How are you providing for yourself? You do not always have to be a bitch about it. You do not always have to yell. You don't have to scream. As a matter of fact, you don't have to yell and scream at all. Not always. You don't have to yell, scream, or anything at all. Silence yourself and move in your own authority is what Spirit is ultimately saying. Silence yourself. Don't look for someone else to silence you by telling you yes, no, or hold on, just wait right there. We'll be right back. And you're sitting there just waiting for them to come back with an answer or a response to whatever conversation you're trying to engage with them or whatever outcome you're looking for them to engage with you about. Pay attention. If you are engaged, if this is about you being involved with other people and you actually need their input, pay attention, because they will let you know how they prioritize you. They will let you know how they prioritize the conversations that you brought to them, whether it was out of concern or care, right? So what do we have here, Spirit? Spirit said right now, because you're unavailable. As far as friends, as far as family, as far as investing in the other people and what they got going on and being concerned about them and what they would think and how they would feel if you were to, you need to make yourself unavailable for the flakiness of it all. Because I'm looking at the other side of it and it says flaky, like, do we need to say any more about it? All right. And heck, you might even be gone to December, handling your business as you, but thing that you need to understand is the business of yours never stop. You're the one who have to live with your feelings. You're the one who have to deal in the healing and recovering of any consequences of situations, even stipulations. I heard. All right, honey, look at that revenge body, and once again, this is not about you getting payback or, oh, I can't wait until they see me level up. And the more energy that you mentally give to that, the more you're going to find yourself lagging behind. So Spirit is also wanting you to, and I heard that before. Thank you for reminding me, Spirit. The more energy that you give within your brain about what you're doing and how someone else will feel about what you're doing, even if it is the fact of, for example, oh, well, once I get this level up and once I get this project up and going off the ground, man, they gonna be, he gonna want me back. Or they gonna come and ask me for this, that, and other. Or when they see what I got, I'm gonna make sure I tell them that. No. Yes, there's certain people who have already shown you how they are not loyal to you, how they will blatantly disrespect you, how they will use your shortcomings in life, even if it's your health, whether it's your living circumstances, the things that it seems that you have been in lack of, or the things that you have actually had a lot of and they just want to pull from your apple tree. They have already shown you who they are to you and how they will treat you when they don't get their way, how they will treat you when you tell them no, how they will treat you when they see that you got something that they want and they don't want to work for it because they see that you already got. It's already been shown to you how they will flip that switch on you in a moment's notice when you no longer seem useful to them. So Spirit said, no, you don't need to keep that in mind. Your muscle memory is going to remind you. You just make sure that you're not so fucking delusional to the point that you feel that just because you got something more in life, that it's going to make them love you, or that it's going to make them care for you more, or that it's going to make them respect you. Spirit said, no, it's a no-go. Okay. So get it out your head of how it's going to be. Honey, you got to see the next card. Get it out your head of how it's going to be once you get to a certain place that you're working towards. Get it out your head. These people's voices, how they're going to move, how you think they might move. Stop trying to predict and just live your life. Okay? Because there it is. That's what it's made for. You were made to live your life. In this situation, you are the it factor. Okay? And then, of course, right here, of course, hello and addictions. Yeah, it's been an addiction of yours to consider others in any measurement that you have been considering others. And it has definitely been preventing you from moving forward in numerous of ways. So Spirit said once again, look to the sky, even if it's just because. Do a mental check-in. Look to the sky as far as your mental, as far as where you're at. Check in with yourself. Just as much as you want to pick up the phone, let me call them and see what they up to. No, those moments that you're like, let me pick up the phone and see what they up to. No, Spirit say you could use that time to be doing something for yourself because they're not picking up the phone and calling you. They're not checking in on you. And the only time they do check in on you is when they think that you got something, like you're moving too far ahead. All right? Confirmation. 1555, 1555, baby. All right. So then we have, give me space with Rising Star and the third parties. Okay, give yourself space. Confirmation. It may not even be that. Once again, it may not even be that people are looking for you, that they're trying to figure. Give yourself space. It is okay. If somebody I cannot stand, especially when there are certain people like, well, you don't call and check up on me. And you know what? You may even be that person. Nobody may be calling you to check up on you. So therefore, mind your business. You got plenty of it. If you're dealing with any level of depression or you feel like you're by yourself, guess what? You got free range to do what it is that you need to do for you. You do not need someone to hold your hand through whatever it is that you're going through. Now, you might like somebody to hold your hand, but wouldn't you rather it be the right person or the right people there gathering around you when you have that willingness to allow somebody to come in and support you versus look at your life. Look at what it's been for you. How many times have you just wanted somebody to be there? So you accepted somebody, not even checking their references and checking their references, but you just wanted somebody to be there, and then you found out later, oh, that they didn't mean you well, that they was fucking you over the whole damn time. I know we getting this earlier, that they was fucking you over the whole time, and that they didn't have the best intentions for you, that you told them, you explained to them, you gave them the guidebook, you read them off the guidebook of how to be with you, what your triggers are, whatever, and they weaponized those things against you, or they just completely ignored it, like, I don't need this shit. So what if somebody's going to be there to support you, don't wouldn't you want it to be promising? Wouldn't you want it to be the right ones? Uh-huh. Right, and whoever drinking Pepsi, just drink more water. Drink more water, drink less Pepsi, and even if it says diet, honey, it's not preventing nothing, and it's not helping with anything. I don't care how many zeros and how many less calories they say it got. It still got that caramel stuff, and it still got all that other stuff, and who knows what the heck they put up in it now. Okay, Spirit said, drink more water, baby. Okay, Ray Charles acting like you're blind. Spirit said, it's time to create with you. It's time to create with you. Okay. You've been getting this message over and over about creating with spirit. Okay. Creating with your internal self. Once again, you got all this time. You got all this time. Yes, there's so much going on in the world, but has it met you at your doorstep yet? Has it come to you right there up in your face saying that no, yes, it's important for you to be prepared and ready. Okay, preparation is important, but do not overinvest yourself in something that may never actually come in your direction. Pray, okay? Pray however you need to. Meditate. If you don't believe in prayer, meditate. Meditate on it. Ask Spirit, where should I go? Show me a sign. Okay, but don't force it. Don't force yourself to believe that something means something that is not really trying to tell you that it means, because that's just like me going through the readings and me just like, oh, well, they trying to get nasty with you. Oh, divine masculine. Oh, it's a man coming into your life. Once again, thank you, Spirit. That's the reason why at beginning I said, just because we see divine masculine here does not mean that it's a person coming in. These are energies. They're not always people. Okay, even in tarot, it's energies. They're not always people. Now it's a certain type of character, and There it is. Another thing to pay attention to is the character, the quality. Stop time clocking, checking everybody like, well, they used to call me at 9 o'clock. They didn't call me at 9 o'clock today. Well, guess what? Shit happens. And you want people to be understanding towards you when shit just come up and happen. So give that same grace to other people. And sometimes, you give them enough grace that they create enough space for themselves for you to say, I'm not dealing with that shit because something about it just seem off. All right. Give other people the chance to explain to you. Give other people the chance to show up to you and feel like they owe you an explanation. And you sit back, you shut up and you listen, or just don't give it time at all. It's up to you. Use your discernment. This is for educational purposes, entertainment purposes, and use your own discernment purposes, okay? Because, honey, nobody living your life for you, so don't nobody else know, okay? So, and there it is. Spirit get that, it could feel lonely. You felt betrayed in so many different ways. You even felt like there was things that you were supposed to be experiencing or taught by other people or a person, and you didn't get that experience with them. So you had to be self-taught. And why would you be mad about being self-taught? Yes, other people, they're gonna look at you because they tried to prevent you from having it, or the fact that you didn't get it from them, the fact that you had to get it up out of your own mud, the fact that you had to get it up out the quicksand. They tried to hold you back. Yeah, like for instance, with my mother, there were certain things that she did not teach me about being a woman. There were certain things that I learned that I should never do as a woman. I learned these things in my later years by evaluating what I did witness of her, that I carry a strength of saying no that she does not carry. It was something as simple as going to the nail salon or some shit like that. Yeah, you would think that a mother would want to do that with her daughter. There was other daughters who got to do that with their mothers, but everybody's situation is different. Okay, you have to remember, regardless of who these people are to you, they gave you what they were willing to give you. And anything that you felt that they should have gave you, that you felt should have been important to you, go make it important for yourself. Go do that for yourself, because that way no one can ever come around and say, well, I did that for you and I created that for you. And even if somebody does come around and say that, and it has been something that they did help you with, honey, just because somebody did something for you once upon a time does not mean that you owe them your life in loyalty. Okay. And then, this is all about your health, Earth Angel. It's all about your health. Spirit loves you. Okay. And mean well. All right. So stop imprisoning yourself. All right. Oh, and here it is. Wild card. Right over work, labor, effort, and divine masculine. And overall energy. We gonna tilt this that way. Use your third eye, use your intuition. This is what's been said the whole message. Mama, upside down, you turn to me. Inside out and round, you turning yourself. You feel like that at times, oh, somebody else did. I'm like this because such and such. Okay, you have that understanding because somebody else's influence in your life left you stuck for a long period of time and left you feeling like because they were the one who influenced this energy to be welcomed into your life, or should I say be presented into your life, that you were supposed to be stuck there. No, you identified it. Now move the fuck on. Keep on moving. And you do not need to, once again, you don't need to yell. You don't need to scream. You don't need to have any type of arrogance of an attitude. Humbly proceed forward. Keep going. And stop stopping yourself. Or stop stalking yourself. So stop beating yourself up about how somebody else did not show up the way that you felt that they should have. You're creating a story and a narrative up in your own head. That's what you did, or that's what you are doing. Right? So it's time to cut your losses. Okay? Cut your losses, unless you want to wind up being on some mobster stuff where you wake up and you realize that there's a horse's head up in your bed every morning because you're fighting demons. All right? Your depression. is based upon the lessons that you chose not to further investigate for yourself, and so you can get to the point of letting go. So as always, I'm going to point out, if you need to look at therapy, look at therapy. If you need to stop clicking on tarot readings, or if tarot readings is useful for you, great, but really see yourself, because remember, back here we have double-sided mirror. So anything that you can say somebody else did to you, you have to realize you left yourself open due to your miseducation for them to be able to do that to you. Right? So educate yourself. And that does not mean educate yourself and so you can go back and have another round with somebody and everything. No, educate yourself and so you could see the signs when those situations present themselves. And then you know what to do and know that you can only hold yourself accountable. Even the stuff that you go through in life is for educational purposes. Even the stuff that you go through in life is for entertainment purposes. Even the stuff that you go through in life always is for discernment purposes. Now, when you choose to apply those, is when you choose to apply them to you. But also realize that when other people are going to apply them however the hell they want to. You could have went through a whole situation with someone and they completely leave out certain details, information that you like, no, this is what happened and everything. Okay, but it's their story to tell. They chose to tell it the way that they wanted to tell it. Now, are you paying attention to how they chose to tell the story? Because if they told the story and left out certain things and made it seem like you was just, so disrespectful, or however falsified, character they showed you, that's how they see you. They did that on purpose. So either A, they didn't quite understand. B, they didn't quite understand and refused to understand. Frankly, they understand, but they don't give a fuck. And there's so many other options that it could be. But Spirit says, stop trying to figure that shit out. When somebody shows you something, you don't have the time to educate them when you need to be educating yourself. Because so if you sit back and you try to educate them, there's very seldomly few people who are willing to appreciate you for that and respect you going forward. Now, they'll appreciate you for that and use that shit against you. They definitely will. So wisen up there, bucko. So then we have, you robbing yourself of your own time. You're robbing yourself of your own time. Okay, so we got 7 of Swords, 3 of Pentacles. Spirit say, get your ass to work and let this other shit go. All right, we're going to come back for another one. All right, 8 of Pentacles. Baby, love to see it, love to see it. All right, so then you got Queen of Swords. And ain't she fierce? 3 of Hearts. I said 3 of Hearts. So, 3 of Hearts. But that's 3 of Swords. So I'm feeling like the Holy Trinity by saying 3 of Hearts. And so you've been letting people, just the thought of them, attack you mentally, spiritually, and physically. Mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, and your intellect. That's more than 3, baby. Right. Ace of Cups. I want to get one right here. Yeah. And then we want to come right here with Strength. All right. Well, then we have the 9 of Pentacles. Okay, so we're going to third leg it all through out here. Okay. Bet them up. Bet them up, Charlie. Nope, right here. Can we? Gotcha. And at the bottom, you have the Knight of Cups. And we're going to place the Knight of Cups right there over the Ice Queen. Spirit would like for you to stop looking over your shoulder. You have invested so much of your life's time on being worried about, and not even always worried, but being concerned, being permitting yourself to take in others in consideration, and they're in consideration of you. Spirit really wants you to understand that you are such a gracious, beautiful person, but it has attacked your character in a way that you don't see yourself the way that you should see yourself. So work on yourself, all right? The Nine of Pentacles and Three of Swords with the Hangman. Your heart has been so caring, the way that you've been considerate and investing in others, even investing in them in ways that they didn't know to even acknowledge you or realize. And hell, once again, a lot of them just frankly did not care. You have to prioritize your health, your well-being, your journey, your path. Because if those same people who that you've been prioritizing in your every step was to be gone tomorrow or to be gone at the next moment, where would you be? How would you feel? Would you then feel free? Or would you be remorseful at the fact that you didn't get to show them? And Spirit said you shouldn't feel either of those, because regardless of what happens to somebody else, so long as you got breath in your body, your life is going to continue until it's your time. So even the way with third eye over here and then looking at his chest right here, that eye right there, Spirit said your mental and your heart need to have a conversation in prioritizing the journey that is your spirit. Because here, matter of fact, let's bring it in closer. Confirmation. There's a snake holding him upside down. Okay? So you've been working your life through the logic of snakes, nocturnals, those nocturnal energies, those squirrels just trying to get a nut. Okay, you got egg on your knees. I don't know if that's egg on his knees, but it looked like egg on his knees. It's not even on your face. You have been bowing down in submission to caring about those who have evidently shown you with evidence that they could frankly not give a fuck. That the moment that you have gotten some type of esteem or courage about yourself, they're going to come back around and beat you down good enough, like that whack-a-mole game, just to keep you from having that confidence that they see that, oh, look at you, got some nerves thinking a lot about yourself. And let's jump straight over here. What was this? The Three of Pentacles with the Seven of Swords. Three of Pentacles. You've been defeating yourself. You're stop bragging. If you have been, stop bragging to others about your spiritual journey, about what you learned. Spirit says it's time to stop educating others about your spiritual journey and show it, live it, step into it, get in tune, stupid. Okay, like for some of you just stupid is looking at you like you dumb. Okay, like stupid is looking at you like you dumb. Like take that how you need to. I know it can sound harsh, but for stupid to look at you like you dumb, so they could be stupid, but they looking at you like you dumb. They're operating with you like you're dumb. Okay, so Spirit said, find the strength. Fuck those addictions. Yeah, they've been there long enough. You know what those addictions, those coping things, and those the lustfulness of it, it's always gonna say hello to you. It's always gonna welcome you in, so long as you're willing to engage with it, so long as you're willing to be involved with it. So long. Spirit says, say so long to that shit. Matter of fact, don't say nothing at all. Just keep on moving. Keep on pushing forward. Spirit got you. All right, you just need to trust in you so much. Like, stop trusting in that shit. This shit right here. Stop trusting in that so much. You already know what it's about, and you don't like it. and you keep on going back and forth with it. Like, okay, I'm done with you. Now I'm gonna come back. So even there it is, even with your addictions and like past lustful, tendencies and shit that you don't want to deal in consequences with, like look at it as if it was a person. And it may even be a person, but look at it as if it was a person. If your drinking habits that you once upon a time or that you just had yesterday even was a person, and I'm done with you, I'm throwing it away, and they let you walk away, but then you come back to it, that is an energy that you are feeding. That is an entity that you are feeding in an abusive relationship, but you're the one who's constantly welcoming yourself back into it. So check yourself. It's a double-sided mirror. It's not always the fact that somebody else, okay, update. It's not always the fact that someone else influenced something or brought something into your life. Ultimately, if you keep on going back, you are the one who are accepting it. So it does not matter who introduced it to you. You're the one who keep on going back to it. And my ear is clicking so daggone much. Okay, so watch that just cause energy even. Be careful about that, about you. You know how you get when you get emotional. You know how you get when you get upset. Oh, I don't get upset anymore. Well, you know how you get when you suppress. Right? So check yourself. All right. So moving right along. Find the strength to say no. Find the strength to not just say no, but find the strength to move in the actions of you don't have to say no. They see, you that no, it's just a no. You ain't got to explain it. No need. Heck, you ain't even got to have a reason. You could just, I don't want to. Right? So work on yourself. Work on how you defeat yourself. Work on how you disappoint yourself. Work on how you voluntarily invite yourself to the abuse that is you preventing you from moving forward. Because, honey, with 6 of Pentacles here, like third legging with the 3 of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles, and 6 of Pentacles. And let's do like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. That ain't even 12. You know how to count. You count it for yourself. I already counted it out. I just wanted to do the Sesame Street song. But victory is yours once you commit to it. Vengeance is mine, says the Lord. But you have to allow it. Move your ass to the side and keep on going in the direction that you're supposed to be going in while Spirit does the rest. Let Spirit handle what you don't hear. Let Spirit handle what you don't see. Let Spirit continue to talk to you and guide you in the direction that you should be proceeding forward in. All right? Let Spirit even tap you on the shoulder and say, hey, here's a pausing point. Let's rest. Let's evaluate. Let's reflect. Because that's what they're there for. Learn to trust yourself more. Realize that you are Spirit. Right? Anytime that you apologize, what they say, forgiveness is for yourself. Right? Right. So, with the overall energy, being an ice queen with the Knight of Cups, honey, speaks of motion. It speaks of the message. It speaks of your heart space. It speaks of, that hot season of, summer even. Spirit needs you to want to care more about yourself, to want to accept better emotional offers and support. Spirit needs you to be able to see and be honest about your authentic self, your authentic nature, and who it is that you are, as well as who it is that who you are will and won't accept of others without being so afraid of, if you do this, then you're going to lose them. How about they feel that energy for a while? They feel that energy for the remainder of times. Whomever they are that comes into your life, that's been in your life, who may come back around in your life, whomever they are, let them feel that energy of, if I do this, then I'm going to lose them. And a lot of them are in a space of, man, if I tell them this truth, they ain't going to let me, come back around. Honey, they moving in that energy. They have no business being around you in the first place. You learned what you needed to learn. You seen it. You witnessed it. Stop. What Buddy say? Stop doing stuff for the plot. Stop holding yourself hostage to a situation that you already got that feeling of something not right about it. And you know what? If you were wrong about it, who gives a damn? Keep on moving and you still got you. So long as you have you, that's what matters. So long as you can live with yourself and you can look yourself in the mirror and say, hey, you, I love you. I respect you. I appreciate our integrity, the dignity, the ego checks, all that. And everybody has an ego. Even on the healing journey, everybody got ego. Okay, but watch that shit. So what we got here, Spirit? Ooh. And it says community. Okay. Clarity. There go the news. Space age right over here would give me space, baby. Red flags. An experiment. I want Spirit tell on you. So, once again, you've been catching these red flags. And some of those red flags, confirmation. A lot of those red flags, you've been letting people beat you with the stick and the flag. You've been letting people sit over there and not even put wool over your eyes, but like trap you in the cloaking of the red flag, to the point that whenever anybody ever come around you, it's a bleep, 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 bleep. You get on your Porky Pig stuff, you stuttering. You forget who the hell it is that you are. You forget what you worked so much for, right? So the red flags, space age, Yep. Community, clarity, and experiment. Stop allowing yourself to be experimented on. Right? You know better now. You know better of yourself. So therefore, anything that does happen going forward, especially of lessons that you already lived, that you already went through, and especially of those lessons that when no one else is around, oh, you all up in your authority, you cool, you good, but then whenever somebody else come around, you get on your bleep, 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 you all shooken up, okay? Spirit said you need to get out in the field and you need to just be. All right. So let's go over here. No, here. Okay. And it says 1441 unique skills. Cover that up. And then we're splitting the deck up. Jaguar with growth. Maturity is the ability to embrace change. And change cannot happen without death. This death does not necessarily mean physical death, but it could be the end of a relationship, situation, or simply your decision not to continue with some old habits. What we say now, show rebels. Okay, and then it says, beloved one, Archangel Chamiel, I am helping you with your spiritual soulmate relationship. And your spiritual soulmate relationship, once again, is energy. It's your divine feminine and your divine masculine coming into union. And how crazy it is that there are feminines who their divine masculine and divine feminine aren't so balanced. And there are masculines, a lot of them, who don't feel that there is anything feminine in them that's okay. So they definitely work in the fucking masculine. All right. So you want that perfect relationship. Would you date yourself right now? It's always a question. Would you date yourself right now? If you was your own child, how much respect would you want somebody to put on your child's name? Okay. The ultimate, right? So that's why Spirit said, once again, being one with the pause. Meet them in the middle, okay? Working on that shadow and, your light, giving it balance, right? And then also it says adjusting the story once told to align with reality. Prioritize yourself. Get your list out, your non-negotiables, whatever they need to be. But then again, you should be moving in such authority of yourself that you see the non-negotiables, that you got this list memorized so well that you can make the tweaks and everything that you need to as you move along, that you've studied for this. So that's what we don't like to call this a test. You've studied for this. You have to know yourself better than anybody else could ever come and tell you about you. Because remember, when they tell you about you, they only telling you about you due to their experience of you. So of course, there's going to be plenty of people who speak your name as a disappointment because you did not appease them. Double-sided mirror, okay? Anytime you speak about somebody else, look at how you speak about them. They not pleasing you, but yet and still they feel like they just fine. All right, so we want to split this one right here. Oh, baby. And then you got the star. The star with clarity as the Ace of Swords, baby. Then Spirit say, look to the sky, even if it's just cause. Just like you don't want somebody always calling you only when they got a problem. Spirit say, talk to them, even if ain't nothing going wrong, even if it seems as nothing's going wrong. Talk to them and listen. Don't just come to Spirit or come and click on a reading or whatever, like, oh my goodness, I need to know what's going on with them. Nope, because over here, the best that we can give, it's going to be about you most of the time. And that Spirit want me to read on somebody else's energy, we'll do that. But I would love it if every reading was just self-focused. And sometimes dealing with self is dealing with other people, because we live in a world that coexistence at times is just unavoidable. It's come here and it says you're very close to achieving your goal. Doing this will get you even closer, and who knows, for a lot of you, it might even get you there. So let's come here and, babe, 3 of Pentacles 2 times. Now, that one had other people in it. This one, honey, it's all about you. What you're building, what you're going to do with yourself. And even if it's not a project, even if it's not a building, even if it's not a business, even if it's not a venture or event, guess what? You're building you all the time. Every choice you make, you're building you, and Spirit says stop tearing yourself down. So rebels, I love you. I love you a lot. But we're going to get you one more. We just want, oh, you said right here? So you got bison with abundance, and you have giraffe with visionary. No need to read the message. Be abundant, you visionary, you. Well, as always, rebels, I love you much. Go take care of you. Go do what you need to do and make your life work for you. Go, rebels.